Calling Buzz Lightyear, the galaxy's greatest hero. Skilled, courageous, and ever vigilant. Leaping into action, Buzz Lightyear hurtles to the rescue. His ongoing mission to protect the universe from the dark forces of evil. These are the adventures of Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
And beyond!
Since the dawn of time,
we have guarded the crater of Bina Pinardia from all who would abuse its powerful secret.
for uncounted eons, we have kept watch.
Day in and day out.
Night after night.
Right, want to take a break?
I'd love a cup of joe.
I'm buying.
What day do you think it is?
Feels like a Tuesday. Oh, please, it is so totally Friday. Uh-oh.
Well, I guess all that talk about the team needs everybody to give 100% was right on the money.
Think we'll get in trouble? No, the shield's only been down for a couple of seconds. Come on.
Dark matter to Zurg. We're in.
Red alert! Evil has struck again!
XR is our only hope.
XR is our only hope! The fate of the Galactic Alliance is in the hands of the Robot Ranger.
Step aside, Cadet Lightyear. Things could get rough.
Cadet Lightyear?
Yeah, Buzz. What's up?
Good question, Ranger.
Hey, don't be so grabby.
The Cosmic Adventures of XR Robot Ranger.
Sold out.
Oh, come on. You endorsed those energy bars.
My Buzz Bars are a nutritious snack treat bursting with flavor and 8 essential vitamins.
And my breakfast cereal is loaded with sugar and an exotic variety of artificial colors. Same diff.
Buzz, I've just picked up an urgent message from Star Command. Warp dark matter is in the vicinity of a planet called Binipinardia.
Roger that, Mira. Set coordinates for Binipinardia.
This sounds like a job for...
XR Robot Ranger.
Hey, no fair! XR has an announcer! I want an announcer, Buzz!
Strange, no sign of warp. Or, for that matter, the Binipinardians.
Do we even know what a Binipin... whatever it is looks like?
As I recall, we hosted a Binipinardian diplomat on Star Command once. Tall fella, bit aloof.
Then who's the monkey?
Couldn't tell ya. Greetings, friend. I am Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, and I come in peace.
Friends?
We got friends! Ooh, shiny.
What inside?
Hey, give that back.
It talks.
Something tells me these guys are not gonna be much help.
Buzz, look!
Or dark matter. So he really was here.
That villain won't get far, for we shall give chase. Or my name's not...
XR, Robot Ranger.
Slight change in that plan, XR. We will give chase. You will stay and find out what Warp was doing here. To infinity and beyond!
Sure, Buzz saves the day. Kids love Buzz. Kids buy those lousy Buzz bars. Meanwhile, I'm going to be sitting on a warehouse full of Robot Ranger merchandise. I mean, who cares what Warp was up to? He's already gone. Do you mind? I'm working here.
Shiny guy fun.
Me like him.
Well, I always have time for my fans, no matter how low they are on the evolutionary scale. Say, how would you like to thrill to the exciting adventures of...
XR, Robot Ranger.
Robot Ranger! XR Robot Ranger! XR Robot Ranger!
My public beckons, and I am here.
XR Robot Ranger!
Battle formation 23. Initiate attack maneuver now.
Why isn't Warp shooting back?
Buzz, my scanner shows no life forms aboard that ship.
Let's just make sure.
Empty.
Not quite.
Wait!
Craters, autopilot. Which means Warp sent his ship out as a decoy while he stayed on Bina Penardia.
Oh no! XR's down there all by himself!
Well, don't worry, XR's a Space Ranger on a recon mission. He'll keep a low profile.
XR, Robot Ranger.
Wanna see show?
Me too!
Just a few more questions. From what you've seen so far, would you watch this show instead of your favorite show? Would you describe the XR character as cool?
Nah, I'd say he's really, really stupid.
Yeah, Warp? Reach for the stars.
Any last words?
Let me think. Ooh, how about bye-bye?
Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.
Hornets, blast that Robot Ranger. Not that one, the real one.
Ah, craters. Hey, guys. I have things pretty much wrapped up down here. The forces of evil messed with the wrong Robot Ranger, I can tell you that.
Okay, I guess that's his way of saying, thanks, nice shooting.
That's what I got out of it.
Dark Matter, you're behind schedule. The galaxy isn't going to conquer itself. I need that gas.
I've got a little problem named Lightyear.
Lightyear, 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 Lightyear!
Right.
How'd your recon go, XR? What'd you find out?
Let me just say that the Bina Penardians may be primitive, but they're great test subjects for market research. Interestingly, they want me to emphasize action over comedy.
Did you happen to find out why Warp Dark Matter is here?
No, that didn't come up.
Hey, Lightyear. Here's a little hint.
Quick! Helmets up!
Okay, team. All's clear.
Too late!
But it was just a little secondhand smoke. Oh, man, this is a bad thing. A really big bad thing. A really big bad, icky thing. Buzz, please, come on, say something.
Ooh, shiny!
Crank it up. Let's go. Zurg wants that gas processed and loaded fast. Dark matter to Zurg. We're back on schedule.
What about Lightyear?
I bombed him back to the Stone Age.
Oh, I gotcha. That floats my boat. That tickles my fancy. That really roasts my
Crunchy.
Buzz, not food, rock.
Bad rock, trick Buzz.
Booster, no!
Food.
Buzz! Ugh, Mira. Out of ideas. No, I can't give up. I still have my team. Sorta. We're the pride of Star Command. We're Space Rangers. We can still win. Right, Buzz?
Buzz forget how to blink.
Oh. All right, Rangers, let's start with the basics. Now we practice our flying. And remember, flying's easy. It's like falling off a log. Only without the log. And hopefully without the falling. Okay, Mira, blast off. Not bad for a start. Up next, Booster. Take it away, Flyboy. Keep practicing. Buzz, this I know you can do. To infinity and...
Shiny guy fun.
Please let me wake up now. All right, Rangers. Forget the high-tech stuff. This time, we stick to the real basics of basic training. Just hold the clubs and whack things. Think you can handle that?
Aye, aye.
Like this. Bam, bam, bam.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yes, he can be taught.
Buzz make pretty music. Bam, 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 bam.
Oh, yeah, you guys. Okay, you guys got the groove, which, sadly, will not help us at all in a fight against the bad guys.
Shiny guy, you want we go fight bad guys now?
No, me not want that. Me want you go night-night. And while you snooze... I'll do what I should have done in the first place. Some good old-fashioned Space Ranger recon. Find out what Warp's up to, figure out how to stop him. Get the comic adaptation of my adventure out there ASAP.
Yes, my evil Emperor. You'll have enough gas to devolve the entire galaxy.
Oh, come on, the entire galaxy? That would take a lot of gas. Ooh, well, about that much would do it. I guess it'd be too much to ask for an antidote.
What about the antidote?
We synthesized one. Minty.
Excellent. It's all well and good to conquer a bunch of primitives, but when I rule them with an iron fist, I want them back to normal. More job satisfaction that way. So, everything will be ready?
Yes, evil Emperor.
Did you pack your spare arm? The one with the death ray?
Yes.
Even if our enemies are devolved, we're talking about a galaxy-wide battle. I worry.
Finally, my luck has changed.
I'll save you, shiny guy!
Come here, shiny guy.
Please, I prefer XR Robot Ranger.
Hornets, attack!
Get ready to fry, Lightyear.
Not today, bad person.
I taught him everything he knows.
Three down, one to go.
One time I forget to pack a parachute and boom, I get shot out of a cannon.
XR, Robot Ranger, me got question.
Yeah, I know. How can I even call myself a space ranger? How can I sit here while my friends are in trouble? Well, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna just sit here. I'm going back there to beat the bad guys, to rescue my fellow rangers, to save the galaxy.
Very nice, Team Lightyear. Now, after you're done hauling these tanks, if you're good, I think I'll have you detail my warship. And don't get any smart ideas about grabbing this antidote. What am I saying? You have a smart idea?
We buddy.
XR Robot Ranger sneaks through the enemy camp, heedless of all danger. He makes his way to his destination. He slyly clamps the hose shut, allowing the gas pressure to build, and then he runs like the dickens.
Ooh, Mr. Shiny! Shh. All right, a Buzz keeps secret. Hey! Not tell anyone Mr. Shiny Guy is here!
Oh, shush!
Who wants to play Melt the Robot Ranger?
I would much rather play the Robot Ranger kicks your bad guy behind. 3, 2, 1, and... It's all in the timing.
What was... Devolving gas? That's not a problem, because I've got the antidote.
Looking for something?
No! Ooh, shiny.
Ta-da! XR Robot Ranger is victorious! Ring the bells and bake the ham, it's party time! But first, a little squirt of antidote for all. Oh, next time I have to remember to defeat the army of Hornets before I celebrate. Booster? Buzz, you're on.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I do with this?
Make music! You know, bam bam bada boom bam boom.
Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam.
Now that is how you vanquish the bad guys. Believe me, I've seen some vanquishing, and I know. Oops, forgot one.
We got Shiny Guy.
Oh, Minty.
Me crush Shiny Guy.
Warp dark matter. A little more brutish than usual, but still an excellent target.
Woo-hoo.
So, why do I feel like I missed something? And how come I'm wearing this?
Well, I guess you could say it's a long and devolved story.
Warp not happy. Warp not happy. Ooh. Then,
Oh, not till you earn it. Who's the toughest dude in the galaxy? Attaboy.
XR, you fought the good fight and you won. I've never been more proud.
Proud enough that you want to buy a bottle of savory ex-barbecue sauce?
Excuse me. I'll take one.
Got any extra spicy?
Ooh, an Enfuego man.
When you're on guard duty for eons, you work up a powerful hunger.
Gentlemen, let's talk. How are you set for breakfast cereal?
Is it sugary?
I love these guys. You fellas like artificial colors?
Oh, who doesn't? I especially like FD&C Yellow number 5.